These 40 anglers you'll see today got here the hard way. They competed with approximately 30,000 other weekend fishermen in local, state, and division level tournaments for the right to be here, to represent 1,800 local Bass Federation chapters across the country. It's a great tournament, a great competition on the road to the World Championship, the Bassmasters Classic. I'm Bob Cobb. Stay tuned. The Bassmasters will be right back.
BASS Federation National Championship, the first ever Bass Angler Sportsman Society's tournament competition, where a weekend angler will be crowned national champion, and one 8-man division team will fish its way to the National Federation Championship. And there's another big item on the agenda the next 3 days, selecting 2 Federation anglers for slots in the World Championship of Professional Bass Angling, the Bassmasters Classic, coming up in just 2 weeks in Richmond, Virginia. This is a grassroots tournament, a competition for weekend anglers. There are approximately 30,000 Bassmasters organized into 1,800 local BASS chapters across the country. These fishermen compete at the local club level, and then the best of the best go on to the state level. The highest-ranking fishermen in those contests then compete at the 5 regional or division levels: Southern, Western, Eastern, Central, and Northern divisions. Prior to this year, the 5 winners at division fish-offs earned invitations to the Bassmasters Classic, where they competed head-to-head with the top 35 professional bass anglers. 3 of the 5 division championships have already been held prior to this tournament, and their champions and Bassmasters Classic qualifiers already determined. To round out the field, the 2 remaining slots, one from the Western Division, the other from the Southern Division, will be named here during the next 3 days. Each of the 40 anglers here compete in identically equipped bass rigs. A different observer is assigned to each boat each morning. The observers may fish, but most do not. It's the last week of June here on Lake Chickamauga. During the 3-day practice period, the weather was hot, clear, and dry. But this first day of competition is overcast, raining, and a cold front is blowing in. The anglers who located concentrations of bass during practice are finding this first day that the weather has changed the fish-catching patterns, scattering the bass, which predictably will tend to roam more under cloudy conditions. Although they're catching fish, many of the Bassmasters are having a tough time coming up with keepers, bass which are 12 inches or longer, the minimum length limit. The daily creel limit in this competition is 7 bass. There's no question Chickamauga is loaded with bass, but small fish like young 20-year-old Mike Lanier of North Carolina is catching seem to be the rule. But there are some keepers here. And as in any Bassmaster competition, someone always finds and catches the bass, like James Allen of Mississippi.
James, that is a super job. Sure pleasure to meet you after all that joshing.
Doing fine.
Sure is good. Where's Crystal Springs?
25 miles south of Jackson.
Okay, know right where about it is. You on the Pearl River?
Just off the Pearl. It's 61 miles from Ross Barnett.
I don't know where that is. All right, here we go. We got a limit of bass, do we?
Limit.
Limit, folks. Here it is. Watch the scales. 7 pounds, 12 ounces. We have a new leader. Let's give it a good hand. By golly, that's good.
And another good catch.
The leading angler has 7 pounds and 12 ounces. I want you to know that. So he watch right here with me, and you will see what we got. You're going to be very close to the lead. 7 pounds even. 12 ounces short, Cotton, of the lead. You are in striking distance. If you call home tonight, area code 205, you tell them that you were just within 12 ounces of the lead. Let's give a nice hand, folks. Good luck to you. Good job.
Stay tuned as the competition gets hot and closer here at the first annual BASS Federation National Championship. The Bassmasters will be right back from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
At Bic, we simply...
BASS Federation National Championship. The weather is forecast to be good with light winds and the clouds leaving by early afternoon. First day leader James Allen of the Central Division continues to fish his small area on the Lake Chickamauga Dam. James isn't the only fisherman who's opted to fish this spot. Second place angler Cotton Eddins of Alabama also fishes the dam wall.
That fish right there, man, caught me. That was a 2.5 pound fish right there. It's bleeding there. And that's what'll get you. I ain't had a fish on that big in 2 days. You get a 2.5 pound fish to hit and let him get off at the boat. You see that?
Structure is defined as anything different in an area, and bass relate to structure, as James Allen well knows.
What we're fishing here is the mouth of these generators. And the water's 72 foot. And the water's pulled, got trees and all, big trees pulled up in the mouth of those generators. And those fish are holding on around those timber. The shed is holding in there, moving back and forth, and they're suspended about 7 or 8 feet deep. And I'm just swimming this jig through them, and they're coming up and getting it. Yeah, like that. That one's close.
But James Allen isn't the only angler catching bass.
Changed the whole thing today. Changed the fishing school and fish. Bigger fish I thought was on bottom this morning. That's what I come in and done. Yesterday wasn't good at all, only 3 teeth. There's the knife. There he is. Woo! All right. All right. I get a hold of him here, I'll put him up there for you. Pitcher.
It's weigh-in time as John Knott, director of the National BASS Federation, explains the intensity of the competition.
John Knott, you know, this is a unique tournament, and to think that these 40 men got here the hard way, I wonder if you could just tell me what they had to do to get here.
Goodness, Ray, this is a long process. We're talking 30,000 fishermen that compete each year in the Federation ranks, and 40 of these fishermen are here today, and that's the cream of the crop. The top 40 in the nation are here from all over 43 states, and 5 of these gentlemen are going to continue from here, not only with a pocket full of money, but they're going to the grand tournament in the sky, the Bassmasters Classic, and that's why they're all here.
Danny Joe Humphrey of North Carolina is fishing on the Southern Division team, from which the leading team member will go to the Classic.
All right, Danny Joe. Congratulations, Captain.
Thank you, thank you.
You realize you're in 3rd place coming in today, and this is, what'd you have total today, number of fish?
7 fish, 7 fish.
Another limit.
Right.
Second limit.
Second limit today, that's all?
No, this is the second limit for you.
Oh.
All right, Danny, here we go. You need 7 pounds to put in the lead.
Think I got it.
Let me look.
You got it? It's close. They're bigger than yesterday, and I had 612 yesterday.
All right, here we go. I hope you make it. Watch it. 7 pounds, 8 ounces. He throws into the lead, folks. Now, Danny, look at here. 7, 9. Mark it. 7, 9. That puts him in the lead, does it not, Bob Cobb? Now, we've got to have some reaction. We've got our friends out here that are curious. This puts you in the lead with the tournament's half done today. What in the world did you do? The same thing, basically, as far as lure in the area, or what happened?
The same thing, and I'm going to do it again tomorrow.
You can catch another limit.
I believe I can. You know, unless something happens, I don't know what it would take, you know, but I believe I can do it again.
Let me ask you one question, if I could. How many fish did you catch today that were 12 inches that you just ended up releasing?
Probably 15.
Keepers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you caught a total of about 7 and 15, what's that, 22 bass that were keeper size today.
Well, that's just an estimate. I don't know.
Well, I know. I'm not going to hold you to the exact, but that's awful good with a lot of folks just getting 3 and 4 fish.
Yeah. Well, my partner asked me one time how many I caught. I told him I didn't know. I had a real good partner today. He really helped me. He really did. He just sit back there and
whatever I wanted, he brought it to me.
What's on a good cold Coca-Cola bingo?
One good Coca-Cola, and that's what you catch the fish on. Just drink a Coca-Cola, and you catch one every time.
How many Cokes did you drink, 7?
I drank them all.
All right, folks, let's give it a good hand.
And now yesterday's leader.
All right, James Allen. Let's give it a good hand, folks, as he comes up here. We're going to have to see. What do you need, Bob Cobb? Needs what? You need 7 pounds to take the lead. All right, we want to watch it close. James Allen, the leader. He's got to have 7 pounds to pull into the lead. Now, that'll pull him time, or will it pull him in the lead? 6:15 will tie the lead.
I hadn't got it.
How much you got?
6-8.
All right, watch it. 6'8". He said, you've already weighed him. 6'8", folks. Let's give him a good hand, because he's still right on the button. Anybody can just weight that good. Listen, that's going to put you 1 ounce behind. I thought you said you had to have, well, that's a good bit less in this tournament. My Lord, I thought he didn't have a chance. You're 1 ounce off the lead.
I don't never like to go in the last day leading.
But you're 1 ounce out of the lead.
That's to see, if I'd have been any more than that, I'd have been still in the lead. I had all the pressure on me now. Pressure's on him.
Well, who's in the lead?
I don't even know.
Well, do you care?
Not really.
Who is in the lead? Danny Joe Humphrey. You know him.
Yeah. I catch another limit tomorrow. He better go fishing tomorrow.
You really feel cocky about it, don't you? I mean, you've really got the spirit.
And you won't have to wait but one more day to find out what I caught him on either.
You can tell it all tomorrow?
Yep.
I won't believe you tomorrow. You've lied so long. Listen, we want you to know that we will be pulling for you. You're 1 ounce out of the lead. That's going to be the darndest shootout we ever had tomorrow.
It'll be fun, won't it?
All right. Let's give him a great hand, folks, and wish him well. All right. 1 ounce. All right, James Allen.
Stay right here as the National Federation Championship goes down to the wire.
Come on, boy.
The Bassmasters will be right back.
Woo! Look at that thing.
Day of the National BASS Federation Tournament, and only 1 ounce separates Danny Joe Humphrey and James Allen. And for Danny Joe, the day starts off good.
Come on, boy. Come on now. It feels like a good one here, boys. Feels like a good one. Come on now. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Woo! Look at that thing. That's about the biggest fish I caught down here the whole time I've been down here. They're fattest, too. Oh, baby, I love you. Thank you. I know where that didn't come from. That didn't come from the sky above. Just as blue and pretty. Woo!
And down lake, James Allen is also catching bass. He's only 1 ounce behind. And back to the leader, where precious ounces might make the difference.
That's a good one there. I can use that one. I believe I can use that one. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That was a good one there. I had got about, it looked like a better than an ounce out of him.
And James Allen continues to reel him in. It's gonna be a shootout. 38 anglers have weighed in. Only Allen and Humphrey remain.
You know, you got to have 5 pounds and 7 ounces to take the lead. And then you got another man that's going to face you in just a few minutes.
I got 5 pounds.
Well, I'll bet you don't. Bet $1?
Yeah.
I bet you got more than a 5.
I agree with that.
You just lost $1, too. All right, here we go. Weigh up. Let's don't waste any time. We know we got 5 pounds in the weight. Dang it, took the lead. 6 pounds, 11 ounces.
Not enough.
No, don't say that now. Don't say that. We don't know yet. Now, you have pulled in the lead, and whoever's coming back, who's behind him now? We got one more coming. All right. We know, James, we got one more. That's Danny Humphrey, who was doing a performance job for us. He's from the Southern Division. He's coming up next. Won't you wait right down here? But before you leave me, would you tell me what lures you were using most? Because we're making records.
All right, I'll tell you today.
Finally.
I'd throw in a strip teaser pumpkin-colored worm.
Make a note of that.
And throw in a shad-colored jig.
The first one you was using was a who?
Strip teaser. Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Made there. Is it sold outside of Philadelphia?
I'm sure it will be.
Oh, I'm sure. World, listen to this. All right. We want to wish you well. You stand over here and wait. We're going to sweat out the next man.
And now, this morning's leader.
We find that he has a limit of 7 bass and everyone alive. And that's important because where they're not alive, he'd be penalized 2 ounces for each one of the dead fish. All right, my good friend, you are in like Flynn if you could come up with a weight. Folks, this man is going not only to take home $8,000 if his creel runs a total of 611, but he's also going to be going to the Bassmaster Classic in Richmond, Virginia, if it does the job. Let's go. Wait just 1 second.
What are you doing?
Fine.
Spit on that thing.
Fine-tuning our scale, my man. Lay it on there, big boy.
Oh, Danny Joe, Lord have mercy.
What can I say?
8 pounds. 8 pounds and 10 ounces, folks. Lord, what a moment. 30,000 people. 30,000 young men across the face of this country, and here's the one man who outstands them all. The Top Gun. Lord has blessed him 100%. Bonnie, I know you're proud, sugar.
You said the Lord, didn't you?
Yes, sir?
Yes,
That's the one.
that's the one.
All right, I want you to know, Bonnie, I want you to stand right up here by him, where the people can see you, too, because you were supporting him all the way through this thing, from the beginning to the end. I want you to hold, this is a special award for you as champion of this tournament, and I want you to tell me your comments and feelings right now.
I can't hardly talk. It's unbelievable.
Danny Joe Humphrey, the National BASS Federation champion. And the winning team, the Southern Division. And the 1988 Bassmasters Classic Federation qualifiers. Danny Joe Humphrey from the Southern Division. Dan Jordan, the top angler from the Western Division. Jack Bell from the Eastern Division. Lewis Q from the Northern Division. And Hoot Gibson from the Central Division. Right now, it's time for the Pros Pointer, the how-to section of the Bassmasters. Brought to you by Delco Voyager Marine Battery.
This is the worm that I use to win this tournament. It's called a bubblegum worm, and the reason it's called a bubblegum worm is because of the color. And what I was doing is fishing it Texas style with no lead, and I was throwing it into the schooling fish and darting it kind of like a czar spook. When the fish got real hot and heavy, and they were really breaking, and I was catching one, and I'd bring him in, and I wanted to catch another one real quick, I just take the hook out and hook it right in the egg sac, what they call a wacky style. And I take that and I throw it right in there, and I twitch it. And when I twitched it, I could watch the worm, and when the worm disappeared, I knew that a fish had it. And of course, all I had to do then was just set the hook, because the hook was already exposed. And this was very effective on these schooling fish, because obviously they had never seen this bait before up here.
And for the divisional champions you just saw, the fulfillment of a dream, the opportunity to compete with the top pros in the world at the Bassmasters Classic Championship. Next week, we'll be way out west in California at Clear Lake with Bassmaster Pro Gary Klein. The catching is great, but the fishing takes place under some of the toughest conditions you can imagine. But it's proof that if you stay with it and adapt to a cold front condition, it'll pay off, and pay off big. For the Bassmasters, this is Bob Cobb. We'll see you next week.
The Bassmasters has been brought to you in part by Chevy Trucks, the heartbeat of America. Today's Chevy truck. Tell